Mandy, thank you so much for sharing this. I imagine there's a lot of other people who were like heckled and mocked for feeling things as children. And there's a couple things I'd like to say about it, but I'm just going to read this comment. I remember my dad mocking me when I would cry, saying, "Here comes the ambulance." Thanks, Dad. First thing I want to say about this, and this helps so much when it comes to forgiveness, but that most people are not doing this out of malice, right? Most people are just ignorant of the impact, and more so, they're ignorant of their own pain and their own stuff that's going on inside them. And so they end up projecting that outward. Never attribute to malice what can be attributed to ignorance. Second thing, crying is often seen as a point of weakness. But you want to know what's really fucking weak? What's really weak is having everything in the physical world figured out, but not being able to access feelings. This is incredibly painful for those individuals, and a lot of the times they're not even aware that that's the pain that they're experiencing. And so they just go out and try and accumulate like nicer cars, you know, better houses, better girlfriends, better husbands, whatever. They're just in this like egoic rat race. There's a saying in the Bible that I really like, and it's that it's easier for a rich man to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. And there's a lot of interpretations for that saying, but here's the one that I'm going with. What we see is only part of the equation. And for someone to accumulate mass wealth, they have to invest a lot of energy into the physical and material world, which oftentimes, and statistically speaking, leaves very, very little time for spiritual practices or developing emotionally. And I get that there are business people that are super spiritual and super emotionally developed, but it's for the sake of business. And if they were to be stripped of their material belongings, their true character would be revealed very quickly. Now, the last thing I want to say about this is that nobody is coming to save you. Go to therapy, do plant medicine, like do all the things, but nobody is going to come save you. In order to like reverse this shame spell, you have to spend time being in these uncomfortable spaces. Here to kill your shadows, kill your demons, kill your ego. You're here to befriend them, become more aware of them, and then start learning how to leverage your experience to help other people and to live a life that's better by your own. Tools for this is to send love to the people that mocked you, that made you feel terrible, because like I said with my first point, those people were probably hurting too. And instead of throwing a rock back at them, just put the rock down and let's walk in a different direction.